Hey, welcome to Dario's Comic School, and today we look at prints I made and have made and will make in the future. Let me show you what I got here. And as a preview, the next video I guess will be Why I Love John Romita Jr., but it will take a while to read up on the Punisher War Journal, but I have other stuff. And I got myself the Just a Pilgrim 1 of 5 finally. I already had it, I gave it away, and now I got it again, and this time I'm keeping it. I also had a whole collection of Berserk. I gave it away to trade it in for miniatures, but I guess I have to at least get myself one Berserk again for the review. So this is my Scarface Banana in 2014. I was always into movies, always into comics, always into music, and I was starting to make my own banana, the Scarface Banana, that came up from nothing to own an empire and the World Chico and everything in it. This is the Scarface Banana and a print. I designed this for this I made for a t-shirt design, and I sold a couple on Spreadshirts back in the day, but yeah, I didn't went down the shirt thing because I'm a very story-driven guy. Okay, are some drawings. Let's put this on the side because this is like about prints. Then we have here, or I had the possibility to print out a couple of things a week ago, and this was a poster for this is me, and this is a friend, and another friend, and a girl I know, and another guy I know, and this is Billy Idol. And so this was like a poster for an event. As you can see, I will show you a lot. This is in A4, and we'll come in a second to this. These are like the buff dudes stuff I've never shown before. This is time for the cut. It holds up pretty well. I hope the lighting is okay. Let me give me a bit of more light, and let's diffuse it a bit more. Okay, now we have a good light. So let me show you this in big. This is now A4. This you already know. This is from Adventures in Bulking. This is time for the cut. Let me sort this through. And as you can see, they hold up very well. This should be the thumbnail. This looks amazing. But we'll come to these in a second, and I will also tell you what I would have done differently. Here I would have put in some brighter blue to simulate the water, and here in this final picture I would have mixed up a few skin colors more to give it a bit more depth. I'm also very happy about this panel, and this panel was kind of inspired by, definitely this is a John Romita Jr. pose that I kind of stole or was inspired to do. This one here, the dark shadow and the fantastic frost, I will show you in big, but this was inspired, well, this was a gift. The girl of this guy gifted him this dark shadow. Here are some prints of the John Wick I painted. That's a good question, like who owns the right to John Wick? Like definitely a certain movie company does, and then is it cool if I paint him and sell the original? I guess that's okay, but then can I offer prints from John Wick, and let me show you. I have different stages of John Wick. This was the final John Wick I sold to a friend. So as you can see here, this was like first stage, second stage. I hope you can see it. Maybe we should put them side by side. As you can see, this was not yet refined. This was just the, how do you say, rough colors on the canvas, and this was a bit more detailed. But there's also an in-between. Let me search for that. There's the in-between, and I guess the in-between was much better. Is it this one? Yes. Like, look, here you got rough colors. I call this one the fat John Wick. Then you got real John Wick, which in my eyes is a bit better, but maybe when you paint, you add stuff, you subtract something, and this was amazing. And then this is my final version, and the final version looks more like an illustration. Let me show you up close. This is like John Wick, the print of John Wick, and this was then, before I sold it, I went over it again, and I think it looks great, but it lost a bit of its painterly character, and I usually don't go over paintings or pictures or drawings once they're finished. But some of the colors, like the pink, were fading on the canvas due to buying a pink that's kind of cheap. So I don't know if it was the light, the sun, the color losing its pigments, and so I went in again, and yeah. But I did coat it with some, I don't know what you call it, but three layers of a paint solution that conserves the pigments. But well, the pink did bleach out, and then I went in and did things you only do to drawings, like making the nose a bit more like, you see this line. But a painting is not a drawing. As you can see, like here the hair looks really badass, and here I put in a few lines, and yeah, that's something sometimes an artist struggles with, like, when is it finished? What happens if something goes wrong? And this is my favorite, and I think I did also a good job. And then second idea was, can I sell this all as prints? So if you're interested, or maybe I gotta read up if it's okay, but I see all the time, like on there's a bunch of different sites where people sell their original designs or drawings, and online for you or to you to have it on print or to put this on canvases. And also I have to say, like, this looks really good. It looks like a canvas. It looks like a good print. But next time, or for the original print or a good big print, I need also to make, I guess, a bit better pictures, like more DPI. Yeah, there it's a whole other story to put this. And then with here, like this was a poster I designed for a DJ, this Raw and Funky, and so we made like some made up superheroes, like this kind of inspired by Ninja Turtles, this guy too, and then mixed up with some Avengers, yeah. And so these are the faces of the DJs, and they were really happy, and this was what the poster looked like. I wish I could put this up here so you could see it, but that's the screen we're looking on, and yeah, pretty cool designs. Here again, the Scarface Banana, and here we got now the big prints. This is A3, and it looks pretty okay. I mean, you can put this into a canvas, but you will see it's very rough, and the colors in real life look a bit duller than in the camera. Like, I have the feeling like the smartphone makes the colors a bit more vibrant, and that's okay. That's definitely okay. This, on the other side, this looks really vibrant. Like, the colors here pop out really good, but it's a really old design and really old poster from 2018. So definitely I got better at that. Here's a good big John Wick again. If you want something from me, if you want to have some prints, email me and we can definitely make a deal. Or if you want a commission from me, write me and contact me or in the comments or write me an email. So this was my test prints so that I knew if they would look good. If I did a bunch of them, maybe Comic Cons will come up and then maybe I could offer something like this to sell. Definitely trying out different things. This was a combination of more things. Here we have the Psycho Dad, one of my designs when I was starting, just in 3 colors. And here was the first Scarface Banana. And yeah, just 2014, trying out a bunch of things and being pretty happy with the different styles. And yeah, here is another cover for a band I did. They made their 25 years, not available. This is the band, but they look like grandpas, and the album is called Grand Punks. They are not as old, but I made them just with white hair and yeah, made them look old, and hopefully they're still rocking. And this is what they look like. Pretty happy I did all of this stuff. Yeah, let me show you, where are the big designs? Okay, I hung them. Okay, here I have A4, time for the bulk. This one I'm showing all the time, so let's skip this. And the A3 prints I did hang at my exposition. So let's finish the video in a second, but let's show you time for the cut. So this was made for the buff dudes, and as you can see here, let's turn this so we have a white surface. So this was time for the cut. This is what the comic page kind of looks like. And now we jump in, and it is like Los Angeles, and it's dusk, and it's very let me give me a little, I don't know if that's so good. Okay, let's put it this way. And this is like Los Angeles, and it's dusk. It's very Miami Vice like. And yeah, so some stranger, they meet with him. He has his suitcase. They check him out. And then he opens the suitcase, and it's time for the cut. So we didn't have a moment to lose. So they drive in their Corvette with the bows. They drive up and they get to the work. They do a lot of cardio, and as you can see, the Miami, Florida babes in their Daisy Dukes and inline skates. And the buff dudes, I drew Hudson very pale, I guess because he is. And then here this shot of this enormous biceps and the Stallone lip, and yeah, pretty cool with a palm in the background, and this huge dumbbell in the foreground, and then driving by night to push it to the limit. A little Scarface song, how do you say, homage. And then they run again at the beach because it's time for the cut. Like, they're not just training hard, they're also sweating a lot in the summer. And then once they got it, we've got to know the rules before we can break them, otherwise it's no fun. So they ride a speedboat. I would put in here more white or bright blue, so it would look a bit more, I don't know, alive. But as you can see here, the yin and yang, like here it's one color, here it's another, like it's very well balanced. And then it's done, they land on the pier, and then this guy's here. And then one last thing, you never told me your names. And then they reveal that they are the buff dudes. Not my best work, but also not my worst. And yeah, time to close up. If you want a print or an illustration or something from me, hit me up. Yeah, I wanted to show what I got. See you until the next video.